Hello and welcome to my latest video. This video is going to be a little bit different since I'm going to be narrating and showing while I show you what to be expected and what's included in the Thanos from the Avengers Infinity War model, which is my latest model. So let's go. So once you purchase it either straight from me or from TurboSquid, you're gonna get basically 3 zipped files, which is the Thanos final full mesh zipped file and the Thanos final no inner mesh file, and the third one, which is the OBJ obviously, and which doesn't need any explanation. I'm going to show you first of all the no inner mesh. So just first create any folder so you're going to be organized. No inner mesh. Okay, so right click on here, drag it onto the newly created folder, extract here. And I apologize for my bad English because English is not my first language, so I'm gonna be stuttering a little bit. So once you extract the file, you're gonna get basically 14 items, both in the no inner mesh and the full mesh zipped files. So once you open this, you're gonna see this. So basically, here's the mold. Let me zoom out. As you can see, this is fully rigged. Well, not fully, but it's rigged. It's just a basic rig. This is a Mixamo rig. It's not rigged by me. It's rigged by Mixamo. I did modify it a little bit. As you can see, there is a T on top of his head, which holds the attributes for the and the controls for the blend shapes. There is the eyes controls, which also was added by myself, and as you can see, his eyes are going nuts. And these 2 circles in the eye control, this is the main eye control, and these are for the left and right eyes, which can be moved individually. Make him cross-eyed, maybe, the crazy Thanos. Okay, and the jaw control also was added by myself. And well, let me show you the model. Zoom in onto his head. As you can see, this is a fully detailed. This was modeled in Maya. The base mesh was modeled in Maya and then exported to ZBrush, and then after doing the high-res details, it was exported back into Maya. And if I unreference this mesh layer, I can select him and you can see how many polygons are in there. Alright, so let me first show you the blend shapes, then we're gonna get into the difference between both files, the no inner mesh and the full mesh. Here are the blend shapes. First one is a smile. As you can see, he's smiling. Zero it back out. And by the way, yeah, if you move any of these controls and just zero them out, they're gonna return back to default position. So let's show you more of the blend shapes. The smirk, and the shocked eyes, a little bit cartoony. And here's a special one, which is if you haven't watched the Avengers until now, well, spoiler alert, since there is a scene where Thanos pulls a moon and drops it onto Iron Man, and this is the face that he makes while pulling it. I tried to imitate it as best as I could. And let's go on to another one, snare, which is a little bit of an angry-ish face. sad, kind of a baby sadness face, and which is also similar to my other model, the Hawk. He also has a similar expression. And the blinks, right and left, both can be individually controlled or both together. As you can see, all of these can be mixed and matched to your needs. As you can see, all of them can be controlled individually. Left and right brow up. The eyebrows, well, he doesn't have any hairs on there, he's just his skin's gonna move. Brow down to make him angry, lips up to make him smile. If I add the original smile blend shape with it, it's gonna be going nuts. So it's kind of like the Joker with both smiles, lips up and smile, and lips down finally. Alright, so those are the basic blend shapes. The jaw control, this is basic stuff. I'm not a rigger, so I used Mixamo for this. Okay, let's go on to showing you what's the difference between the no inner mesh file and the full mesh. So let me select his top. All of these pieces of his top, you select all of them, and then hit Control H. There you go. This is why this file is called no inner mesh, and the other one has the other file has the full body inside of here. I just deleted all of the inner mesh, which is not going to be rendered while he's all clothed up, and the reason behind it is because this way animation is much faster, since it doesn't have to calculate all of the inner mesh, which is not going to be rendered anyways. So that is why. Let me unhide all of it, and let's go to the other file. Alright, so let's check the other file. I'm gonna create a new folder, name it full mesh. Right click, drag and drop onto the full mesh, extract here. Go into the file, and as you can see, it's exactly the same as the no inner mesh, except for the Maya file, which is final full mesh, and I'm gonna show you right now how this looks. So you're gonna get basically, yep, the same exact thing, except for, let me zoom out and zoom in onto his head. Okay, so except for, as you can probably notice right now, there's no eye controls, there's no T for the blend shapes, and there is no jaw control, which is why, because this is what you get right out of Mixamo, straight out of Mixamo. So the Mixamo won't rig for you the blend shapes or anything, but yeah, I did rig the blend shapes for on here. If you open up the shape editor, you're gonna see that all of the blend shapes, just as the no inner mesh version, are all here and connected. As you can see, he's blinking, eyebrows are moving, pulling the moon face, everything, all of the blend shapes are here, and the other difference over here is, let me unreference this mesh layer so I can select him, and if I hide, I think you got the point right now. If I hide all of these, his top, Control H for hiding. As you can see, he has a full body on here. You can hide the pants as well if you want, and the boots as well, everything. Oh, let me just hold on, I have another trick on my sleeve. Unhide, just select his body and hit Shift I for isolating. Here's the full mesh. As you can see, this is how I modeled it. This is the full mesh as I modeled it and sculpted it. As you can see, so that is the only difference. That is one of the differences between this and the other file, and that is a one major difference. So I hope you like and enjoy this model and support me by purchasing it or purchasing any of my other models, and help me create more of these Marvel models. I hope you like it and have a wonderful day. Thank you and good night.